Welcome to Get to the Point, a show highlighting the importance of recreation and community, brought to you by The Keller Point. Join us each episode and be inspired as we bring you conversations with community leaders who share their experiences, expertise, and explore the role that recreation plays in sustaining well-being and success. What are we waiting for? Let's get to the point. Welcome to Get to the Point. I'm your host, Jessica Spahn, and we have an amazing sponsor. We scan film. They scan film. So check them out if you guys need some digitized images. Today, I have two special guests. Well, I'm going to start with the first one here. We have Natalie.
Hello, I'm Natalie from Cryo Nation. Get cold, not old.
And then we have Robert.
I'm Robert Medigovich with CWD. I don't have a cool intro like Natalie, but we service the DFW area recycling, and we service the city of Keller since 2010 with all their solid waste needs.
Man, I love how you pack that in. I feel like there's something between us today, though.
It could be.
Are we going to discuss this later?
Yeah, we're going to test a little bit of the recycling.
Okay, we'll talk a little bit later about what's in between us.
Sure.
Okay. But for now, we have some questions just about CWD. You were mentioning it services Keller.
Yes.
How do you guys get involved with cities? As far as the company, too, it's like a family-owned company,
Correct.
right? Okay.
A brief history, a snippet about it is CWD. Coming October of this year will be the 40th anniversary. It was started, like you've met before, Greg Rammer. It's family-owned. He's a president. He has two children, Greg and Nicole. They are heavily involved in the company. Jason's vice president. When he started the company, it was 1984. He started with one man and the idea of building a trash company. And he started servicing the DFW downtown Dallas with side-load apartments. And since that, we've grown to the largest independent trash and recycling company in North Texas. There's basically 7,000 trash companies in the United States, and every year we rank between 40 and 50.
Nice.
And to answer your question, how do we get contracts and things like that? You know, DFW has many municipalities or cities or towns in the area. We bid on the city of Keller in 2010, and we started servicing that in 2010, and we've been there for, I guess, almost a decade and a half. Since then, the population of the single homes have increased right around 8%. And that is, Keller residents are recycling awesome. They're recycling approximately 33 pounds per household, as when we talk about with bins and cars, be a minute that, and so kind of like that.
What do we want to do first? We can do a few of these, maybe?
Yeah,
let's talk about some recycling.
Let's jump in. Yeah, let's talk about what's between us.
Okay. Cool.
So we have this bin that you brought for us, and it's got some fun things in here.
Okay.
Yeah, let's put it right. I don't know. Here, that'll work. Something like that. So just throw it off. There we go. Okay. Where do you want to ask us if we think it's recyclable?
Cool. Well, we can do that.
Okay.
You know, well, and we'll talk about this in a little bit.
Okay.
You know, when Keller first started in 2010, Keller residents, everybody they used this. They had an 18-gallon bin.
Okay.
And since they're in these 15 years, now the city of Keller residents can use an 18-gallon bin or a cart for recycling. Okay. And the whole idea is recycling's changed a little bit, but the items are what's real important to put in there, because you think about it, the average American household produces right around 600 pounds, 550 pounds of trash and recycling per year. Wow. And a good portion of that can be diverted from the landfill because, spoiler alert, not all of us, we all have a shelf life here on Earth, but the Earth's most likely going to be here, and we should try to maybe leave it a little bit better off than we found it.
At least,
at least you, you're a big fan of cats, Jessica. You want the cats.
The cats to be happy.
You want the cats to be happy and humans to be happy. So we want to try to divert as much materials, because most likely, like, you know, when you grew up, did you have recycling at your house?
Not at all.
Yeah, I did.
You did, yeah.
She
might be a little bit younger.
We just discovered the other day that I could be her mother.
Okay.
So there's a 20-year age gap right here.
Well, there's the newer generation, which you are, that recycling started, you know, at their homes and stuff like that. Because when I grew up in Jessica, recycling wasn't at the homes. And it really started in Texas in 1994 when Ann Richards was governor. She did a bill called Senate Bill 1340 that required all municipalities and cities and government agencies to establish a recycling program. And that's why a lot of the recycling in Texas took off then.
I love it.
And now we can start talking about what's recyclable in here.
Yeah.
All right. We can talk about this. So this is an easy item.
Okay.
This is a can. Does anybody want to guess what this is made out of?
Aluminum.
Aluminum. All right. That's correct. All right. And you think aluminum's recyclable?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, good then. We'll just put that.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You guys want to pick something out there?
Okay, so
Yes.
people who get magazines that get shipped to them that like don't even ask for them, this is one of those. We'll just use the back of it.
Is that probably junk mail?
Yes,
Yeah.
I call it that. So when this shows up and I'm like, ugh, and I'm like, I want to recycle this. What do I do to recycle it? Like,
You can just recycle the whole thing. Right?
well, we'd like you to take off the the plastic
Okay.
first.
okay, so
if
you take that off.
Take off this.
Okay.
And quite obviously, it's
So it's really easy, right? It's
Yeah.
just a simple little, just take it
Correct.
off. 20 minutes later,
20 minutes
you
later,
can finally
maybe some
recycle it. So that
preserve.
goes in the trash.
I need to go to the gym quite obviously more often. But quite obviously, this is a magazine or
recycled, right?
newspaper. Yeah, all magazines and newspapers can be recycled.
But the plastic not.
The plastic's not a good idea.
Okay, on that
Okay.
note, then you want to talk about plastic bags?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you got a plate in there, I think.
Okay. Well, the biggest contaminant in the recycling, because all the recycling we pick up in Keller goes to a recycling facility.
Okay.
That's called the Material Recovery Facility. Ours is located at 2010 California Crossing.
Okay.
And a lot of people think, what's the most contaminated thing of recycling? Because there's these recycling arrows on here.
Okay.
And if
yeah.
you see that,
Yeah.
the recycle,
so-
Yeah.
I'll zoom on it. Does anybody want to guess what the recycling arrows mean?
It means it can be recycled, but it
Well,
doesn't-
what does the symbol mean? This means something.
what symbol?
Yeah.
Just the little
The arrows, the recycling arrows.
Oh, it just means that it can be recycled.
It can be
right? But
recycled.
it doesn't
Yeah.
say like if it can
Correct.
be recycled.
And that's kind of like the recycling symbol. And
Yeah,
the
symbol.
chasing arrows mean reduce, reuse, recycle.
Okay.
In the reduction.
I did not know that.
All right. We'll see. We're here.
Look
to
at
edu-
that.
We're here to
learning so
educate
much
you.
today.
Recycle. I
All
love
right.
I love it.
And a lot of times you can, and see, that's what the confusing thing is because this is a plastic bag and it's HDPE plastic recycling.
Okay.
So a lot of people think they want to do the right thing in recycle because it's a positive
Yeah.
thing. And this is recyclable, but not in the City of Colors recycling program.
Okay.
So if you get this from a Target or Walmart or whomever the big box store is, if you go back to the store, most likely they have a box when you walk in. You've seen it before.
Yeah.
You can take the plastic bag.
okay.
Because
there.
I think that's a normal thing too. Like Fort Worth's
Yeah.
the same way. I know my parents have added that to their collection in the garage. It's about this large
Okay.
of a bag
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
So I
don't
need to do
want
a run to the
in-
store.
In the city of Keller, you don't want to recycle the plastic bags.
Correct.
You want to take them back to the
So yeah,
You can take them back to wherever you
which
generate
isn't
from.
that hard. So
No.
like just
Mm.
stick them in your car
and then just
when you're
let
gonna
it
head to
go
the
back.
store.
Yeah.
And yeah, okay.
Correct. And that was
A
the
little extra effort.
And that was the idea of this bag. 'Cause, the cheap arrows are reduce, reuse, recycle.
Okay.
And if you've seen a lot of these bags, the whole idea is to reuse bags.
Okay.
Right.
And, so I know we've been working with Keller,
Yeah.
Point and things of that nature to hand out reusable bags
Yeah,
so residents can take these bags and reuse them every time you go to a grocery store, you see more people using reusable bags in different form or
so
fashion.
I think though that when I clean out my cat litter box, I need to use the regular bags and then put that in the trash.
Yes,
And not use the recyclable bag that I'm going to put groceries in, right?
probably not. Because most likely
I feel like
you're going to
wanna
use this more than
contaminate
often.
that,
Yeah.
Just checking. Just checking.
Correct.
Okay. Explain the plate
Okay.
or the portion of a plate.
Well,
What
this is
that?
the idea of a plate because, we will recycle. There's going to be some
can do
glass
glass,
items here. And most common glass that comes out of the household is clear, brown, or green.
Okay.
And the idea is that all, glass is recyclable. And a lot of people have asked me, well, Robert, is glass, this is this
Yeah, it's
glass
glass.
recyclable? Well, this
Or
is
porcelain.
really
Porcelain?
This
Okay.
is more porcelain glass.
Yeah.
And that is not recyclable.
Okay. It's not
So if
recyclable.
for some reason, if you had a bad day and you break your silverware or dishware,
Just put it in the trash.
just put it in the trash. It's not
Carefully.
carefully.
Sweep the floor.
Sweep the floor. Yeah.
And vacuum.
Yeah.
Okay. But so, for example, this is also
That
this
is glass. Yes.
So, and it's a beverage because
It's
you
a
were
beverage.
telling me food items that are
Yeah,
glass.
Food items that are glass. In most glass that's coming out of a normal kitchen
So
is recyclable.
what is the lid go with it? What
Sure, you can put that in
Okay,
there.
so this
Yeah,
is
we'll take the
recyclable.
yes.
Okay, cool.
And see, it's interesting because what the glass is, we take that to a recycler and they make fiberglass out of it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
that.
yes.
You have
Yeah, and
you have a show and tell over there.
I'm not sure if
Yes.
Show and tell
I
it.
feel like I'm in elementary school today. But that's all right.
Well, you know what? People need the basic training sometimes because I don't know where to find
This is, when you take glass is made into cutlet.
Yeah.
And it's broken down in things of this nature. A lot of people go, what does glass turn into? Sometimes
Can we see
glass,
it?
yes.
Since it's show and
sometimes-
tell.
Sometimes glass
Oh,
is
that's
turned
heavier than it looks.
is turned into other glass products. But a lot of times, the glass from
That's
Keller
fun.
actually is made into
Heavy.
fiberglass, and it's made into glass beads. And the glass beads are the reflection. When you're driving down the road, you
Okay,
see
at night.
at night,
Okay.
in the safety vest and things
Interesting.
like that. That's what those beads are.
So then,
eventually
in
turned into.
theory, like this becomes this.
This, and then it can be turned into fiberglass
Okay.
for insulation in people's homes, or the glass. And so the whole idea, you have to realize everything residents from Keller are putting in their 18-gallon bin or recycling cart is going to be turned into a useful product.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, if we're going through all this action and then it ends up in the landfill, that's the whole,
That's
defeats
pointless.
defeats the whole purpose. Yeah.
Okay, explain
be-
this.
Okay. Well, you were asking.
I'm
you were-
like,
well,
why is this in here?
well, you were asking me about items. That's a common misconception about.
Do people think a hose is recyclable?
Well, I guess I'm here to help educate people with your help. Is a lot of people think, for whatever reason, that it's made out of plastic and it can be recyclable.
Is it made out of plastic?
I believe so. There's parts, yes. Well, not all plastic, quite obviously, but for whatever reason, sometimes people think that's recyclable, and that's not. But the biggest contaminant, quite obviously, are the plastic bags.
Woo, I'm just having
Okay,
fun playing with
so
this now because
garden-
we're in elementary school.
Talking about garden hose. So we were planting a
Ooh.
garden.
Good segue.
Thank you. We were planting a garden in our backyard, and we had the topsoil bags. Now,
Okay.
those, can you recycle the topsoil bags? Because I was like, I don't know. Do we put them in the trash? Do we put them in the recycle?
Is that the bags that hold soil?
Yes. Yeah. The
Most
topsoil,
likely,
okay.
the bags.
yeah,
So
most-
they're like trash bags.
most likely that's going to be something that's not accepted in the program.
Okay, so it's not accepted.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause,
interesting.
it's talking about like this bag like this. This is, like a lot of bags come from the freezer bag
Yeah.
that have, quite obviously this had sweet potatoes in there, but there's a lot of frozen food bags and things of that nature. And this something like this is not acceptable either.
Okay.
So it's,
So I'm hearing a lot of not bags, like a lot of.
like a film plastic, if you
Okay.
want to say, big easy rule of thumb,
Okay.
is probably not recyclable. But there,
Okay.
the main concept of if it's a plastic container coming into the household, it's plastics 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 7.
Are there numbers on these?
Yeah, you're like yes. If you want to look on that, there's a
number.
yeah,
Oh,
there's definitely
yeah.
this one says Pepsi.
No, but
It's the new number.
it's at the bottom.
Well,
of it.
okay, skip the number.
Okay.
Question about the pizza box. Okay.
Okay.
Because this is a real question that I have sometimes. Like, you're eating pizza and it's amazing. All the grease gets in the box. And then you're like, I think I have to throw this in the trash can now. Are you able to recycle?
Yes, we are. Right.
I know
there.
it literally says that on the box,
Yeah.
but not every pizza box says this on the box. And I've actually heard
Sure.
that you can't recycle stuff with grease.
Well, if it's filled up with grease, but I have 2 children in my house, and the pizza, there's not much grease by the time the pizza gets done.
That's fair. Okay, so we can recycle
Yes.
pizza boxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just as long as you can't wring it out.
Correct.
good to know. Good to know.
And if you saw this, at least see,
Yeah, they're recycling stuff.
Definitely like
too,
at the
though.
bottom. It has like the one.
But hey, I have a question for you while you're holding that.
Okay.
Is it compressed for a reason? Do you guys prefer for us to do that when we put it in the recycle?
no, that just happens to get squished. But
Okay,
obviously
so it
it's gonna
doesn't
be
matter.
picked. It
Just
doesn't matter.
Toss it in.
Correct.
Okay, that saves a step.
Okay.
Well, here's a question though from.
And if you can't, right here, there's a recycling arrows on it.
Okay.
You can't really see it because it's
Okay.
clear. But the whole idea is, if you see a recycling symbol on it, it even says "Please recycle."
Okay.
And I guess they're trying to teach the public in a affable manner to reduce, reuse, and
Yeah.
recycle, and that's why you'll see that on there. Like for example, you'll see
Let's glass.
this is a glass bottle,
We know what that gets
Yep.
turned into.
and you'll see the recycling symbol on there right there.
Okay.
And so, That's something that's recyclable.
Okay, question now.
Okay.
Hairspray. Really
Yeah,
important
I don't
stuff.
use a lot of that in my
I
household.
think it's out.
Yeah.
It's out.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's out. What do I do with this? This looks like something. I don't know. I mean,
Well, I think, if you look at that,
it says 41 ALU.
well, see, that's,
What does that mean?
that's the type of aluminum it is.
Okay.
And it's recyclable because it's right there. So if there's a recycling symbol on it, this is like, this is a aerosol can. A lot of times, 20 years ago, there was deodorant. A lot of times, it seems like they've gone away from that.
Yeah.
And because of the ozone and things of that nature, I'm not sure if this still has this. I'm not a big hair.
But can you recycle that?
Yes, you can.
Okay, just
Put that
checking.
in there.
Okay,
Okay.
let's see. You want to chat about Earth Day briefly, or
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, no. Let's try.
So we'll leave this open.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna put the top back on. It just looks better.
Okay.
We're aesthetically
All right.
pleasing.
So Earth Day is coming up.
Earth Day's coming up.
Super excited about that.
22nd.
Yep, every year.
Every year.
And so you have some questions for us, right?
That is cool. Well, you wanted to kind of talk about Earth Day.
Yes.
Who started it, when it started, and things of that.
All I know is it's 1970, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
And it was April 22nd.
April 22nd. It was Senator Gaylord Nelson. He was a senator out of Wisconsin, and he actually started the first Earth Day in 1970. And the whole idea was that for him to take the first Earth Day was, of course, started as an environmental movement.
Okay.
And it was started at colleges and things like to take a moment out of your day and kind of do something beneficial to the earth and the environment and things of that nature. It's caught on. I guess we're coming up on the 1970 was the first one.
Okay.
So it's the anniversary coming up.
What are we at? Too many mathing for me to do. 34. I don't know. That's so fun. Okay, so Earth Day. What are some questions that people don't know the answers to? I don't know any questions to ask.
Well, I guess every community does something for Earth Day.
Okay.
I guess who started was Senator Gaylord Nelson, started in 1970, and that kind of led to the formation of the Environmental Protection Agency in 1970.
Really?
President Nixon was the president then, and the whole idea was, what can we do as a nation, or how can the government help protect Earth? And because air's kind of important, land's kind of important.
Well, and we're gonna have people alive after us, so we don't want to just
that's
like
the goal. And so the EPA was kind of formed as a government agency to help regulate funds and policies that help protect the land and the air and the water for future generations.
Okay. So on recycling, do you guys on your website have a page that you can go to if you just want to, if you still have questions?
Yeah. If you get to the City of Keller website or our website, they're both linked together.
Okay.
You can talk about, there's a page there of what's recyclable and what's not.
That is super helpful because I just get caught up sometimes, like when I'm at the gym and I have my water bottle and there's a little water left in it, but I don't want to take it home because I've already been using the
And you don't want the bathwash?
Yeah. So I'm like, and I've been touching all the weights, and I just want to leave it behind me as I go. So there's like recycle and trash, but then my water has water in it. So what's the best option there?
Well, I guess for you to dispose of the water correctly, you can drink it, or you can just usually find a sink or a water fountain and put it in there.
So I have to take extra steps to get rid of the water to then recycle it.
It depends how much water's in there, but if you work out really hard, you can drink all the water what you need. Look at it that way.
And that covers like all liquids that
correct. At the end of the day, if you put a container in the cart and it's filled with aluminum can with a little bit of residue of a soda bottle or water or plastic juice, whatever, it's still going to be recyclable, but it's just going to make life a little bit more difficult at the back end.
Okay. So drink more water.
Sure, drink more water.
I feel like that's always a good lesson.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, Natalie? Any thoughts?
Question.
I mean, that was your question.
That was my question.
Well, we could briefly talk quickly about what you do since you're here as a guest.
Yeah.
You do
absolutely.
Get Cold Not Old.
Yes. So it's cryotherapy. It's a modernized version of an ice bath. We also do localized cryotherapy as well, which is
Cryonation, right?
Yes, cryonation.
Okay.
Yes. And we're here in Keller. We're actually right down the street from you guys. So thank you, because we partner a little bit.
Have you done it, Robert?
I think cryotherapy is great.
You've done it?
I do triathlons and marathons as a hobby.
Yeah.
And before I heard the cryo thing kicked on, I did a lot of ice baths. And ice baths, if you're a male or female, it's just bloody cold.
It is, yeah. It's hard.
Yeah.
And you're in there for 15 plus minutes. You feel like frozen after.
Yeah, there's a lot of negatives.
Yeah.
So
that's why you have to try cryotherapy.
Yeah. So cryotherapy, especially like cryonation, is probably a positive thing. 'Cause as anything, when you're training for a triathlon, like in my case, if you get done with a hard workout, you need your body to recover so you can
continue working.
Continue the next day.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
The cryotherapy shortens your recovery time in a positive manner. So the next day you can spend 3 or 4 hours on a bike or on a run or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like my normal day.
Yeah. But
not mine.
But wait. On that note, though, guys, Fifth City's going on.
Yeah.
April 15th to May 15th. So I'm going to show you what we're giving away. In honor of Earth Day, I could just say that. That's not why I bought these. I bought them because it's fun.
Okay.
But now, officially in honor of Earth Day, we are giving away to the first 100 people to pick them up on April 15th at the Keller Point Fit City bags.
So you do your taxes and then you go to Fit City.
Absolutely. Well, yeah,
Absolutely.
but see, like you'll ride your bike for 4 hours a day, and that's excellent for Keller because we want to get the trophy back from South Lake.
So South Lake has it. So
they do have it right
like,
now.
We're going to win it back.
What do you have to do for Fit City?
Along those activities. It
Okay.
sounds like you do lots of them anyways. But like the goal too behind it is to be more mindful of being active.
Okay.
So I think the heart and the initiative is just to like help people focus, like you're mentioning about focusing on making the earth a better place, helping focus making our body and our mental well-being and our physical health.
Because that translates into making the world a better place is when you take care of yourself.
Taking care of yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so on a total side note, you were a Cub Scout. I was trying to figure out some of these things the other day.
You asked me what made me get real excited about the environment. I grew up scouting.
Oh yes, okay. Let me ask you that.
Okay.
What made you get excited about the environment?
My dad was in the military. He moved around a lot.
Okay.
And one time, one of his stations was in Washington D.C. He worked at the Pentagon, and I got involved in scouting. In the first camping trip we went on, we went spelunking. And the scoutmaster put us in a cave, and they probably couldn't do it today for safety reasons. They actually put
Did they have seatbelts then?
No, I think they did, but they actually put
and I never wore it.
They put a rope on us, and if you got scared, the scoutmaster pulled you out because you were actually on your belly for like 100, 200 yards. But the point was, I really fell in love with camping and being outdoors.
Yeah.
And I became an Eagle, and we worked my way up to Eagle Scout, and I'm an Eagle Scout. And I spent my summers in high school. My parents were excited because I was a ranger at Philmont Ranch, and so their food costs went down dramatically when I was at home eating. But when you're out there in nature, you just, for me, it was like my Ralph Waldo Emerson moment.
Yeah.
Fell in love with the nature and stuff like that, and said, we all can do something to make sure the mountains and nature's here for future generations.
Absolutely.
So then I went to Texas Tech and got a public administration environmental emphasis, and so started working with community waste disposal.
So this was your goal?
That wasn't my goal. It just happened. But I really, I just think everybody should do a small effort on Earth Day or not to make, just like you're saying,
or every day,
small effort.
Drink that water.
To drink water, be a better
person.
Recycle
that.
Or just, do a small effort to, make the Earth a better place when you're gone.
I love it. And you also travel a lot still. I see you're out in you're snow skiing. So you're definitely appreciating the Earth.
I'm not sure if I travel a lot, Jessica, but
well, on your posts, you're usually somewhere skiing, and I know that we don't have snow here.
Well, correct. Well, skiing in Texas would be kind of difficult.
Water skiing.
Water skiing.
Snow doesn't exist.
Well, during there's my daughter just got done finishing up her collegiate career swimming.
Yeah,
and so she had a couple swim meets in the Denver area and the Grand Junction, Colorado area.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to cheer for my daughter swimming for 2 days, I'm going to spend 2 days skiing the Rockies. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I love that.
I
It's
love
good
that
exercise.
too.
And then when you fall and you need recovery, we're here for you.
Yeah,
But it's already in the snow.
correct. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, but it's still a
It
little
is
different.
colder,
It's
right?
way
It's a little bit
colder.
different,
Wait,
yeah.
I mean, negative
Yeah.
230
Okay.
Fahrenheit. It's
Yeah.
a little bit different.
Correct. Yeah, my goal is sometimes not to fall, but that's,
Yeah,
that's
well, that's a
okay.
good goal. We
Yeah.
all have goals.
Yeah.
We aspire to them. Well, thank you guys so much for being on. I'm excited. So we're Earth Day. Please recycle more. Look up CWD, Community Waste Disposal, or the City
Yeah.
of Keller. And I'll drop that.
Yeah, and if you're a Keller resident, we work with the City of Keller. Great work with Jessica and Keller Point. I know you recently made your
We're going
staffing
green.
event green.
Yeah.
And the Chamber of Commerce, the Fired Up event, I know you're on the board
Yeah.
there. That will be a green event. We try to make as many community events in Keller green events because that it just helps promote recycling. And we've worked with the Rotary Club, with Jared, Dr. Armstrong,
Yeah.
the Lions Club. So most of the events in Keller are green events, and that's just our partnership with the community and with the community organization, the City of Keller.
Anyway, okay, before we close out, how many cities do you guys service?
We service approximately 30, low 30 municipalities in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
And so you visit all of the cities? What's your role?
I'm the municipal coordinator. I oversee some of them, and we have other people
Okay.
who see over other contracts.
Because you always seem like you're busy in a
Yes.
good way.
Thank you, Jessica. I am
Running
busy.
around.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you're here, you're there, you're there, you're there.
You're everywhere.
You're headed to Hazel.
Well, I'm not sure if I go on those dance moves you were showing off.
I
Showing off.
I feel like you should
I-
add those in. They're
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it works for me. I don't know. Well, y'all are the best for being on the show today. We have a special way we like to close it out. Oh, hold on.
Okay.
I got to give you guys something before that. So
All right.
excited about this. We started doing little trophies. It's just a thank you. Also,
All right.
Whiskey and Film is our sponsor.
Okay.
And so we got little trophies made that has our Get to the Point podcast.
To the
Well,
point.
thank you very much for
And
this.
then it's sponsored by Whiskey and Film. So you can put this on your wall next to all your sports trophies.
All right.
Yeah.
great.
And
Thanks.
next to all your singing trophies.
All right.
Add a microphone to your microphone.
Add a microphone.
All right. Thank you for this. This is very
Thank you.
nice.
so
Absolutely. And then so we have a fun little way to close out the show.
Yes.
We're going to do it. And we're just going to face, who cares which church this way. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? Get to the point.